What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Rich Take Profit, and I'm back at y'all with another video. And in today's video, I'm just going to be talking to you guys about structure and how the structure leads to better trading, how structure leads to a better psychology, and what happens when you lose structure and when can you tell. So before we get into this video, make sure y'all drop a like, subscribe to the channel where I help traders with their psychology, as well as take you guys along my journey and my road to profitability. Um, I've been doing this for a little minute now, y'all. I ain't even gonna lie, and I love it. But when I teach people about psychology, I'm literally teaching psychology through my experiences, through my failures, through my success. So I feel like it's a way to where I get to help myself, heal myself while helping others and uplifting other traders that may be going through a similar situation as me, or better. Because I'm dealing with things that a lot of people couldn't fathom. And I know that just by, when I talk to people and they talk about their situations and they talk about, the amount of debt they're in and things in that nature. Um, it's like, I relate to you, bro. I'm like, I'm going through more than you. And people really do make a lot of things sound crazy, and I feel like they are, but maybe it's just a piece within me knowing that I'm on this journey. Understand that no matter what you're going through in life, you guys, if you are dedicated to this trading thing, if you're dedicated to self development and growing as a person, and you have trading as one of your main goals and one of your main, I don't want to say crutches, what's the word? It's just a center focus of who you're developing yourself to become. I'm telling you, any problem that you thought you ever had financially will be turned into dust. You know what I mean? It's all about self-developing yourself as the person that can generate the income, that can generate the healthy habits that can lead you to a very fruitful and fulfilling life. It can turn a financial detriment into a financial freedom. You know what I'm saying? Never give up. No matter what. You got to be delusional and have the faith that your time is coming. And you got to just keep pushing and keep fighting and keep praying, because God is going to line things up for you. He's going to remove people. He's going to remove jobs. He's going to remove um, vices and habits that just broke you as a person. He's going to fix it. Let's hop into the video, man. Structure. What is structure as a trader? Structure is just a system that isn't being broken. And you make sure that system isn't broken by following the structure and setting yourself up to just naturally be in rhythm and flow state. All right. And I love flow state. Flow state and structure and system, they go hand in hand in hand. And I really do believe structure is one of those things that as long as you follow it, you cannot fail. And we'll talk about later what happens when you don't follow structure, and I'm gonna just use my story. So, structure, system, plan, write it down, make a plan, structure your day. Structure your day, structure your plan, know your trading plan, know your trading playbook. If you don't have a trading playbook, make one now. And all it is seeing what do you look for when you come to the charts, how are you going to execute, and this is data that you have just been holding on to and that you have learned over time what works for you, not for your mentor, not for your friend, not for anybody else but yourself. How can you execute consistently in the market? If you don't have that, there is no structure here. All right, you got to have the trading playbook. You have to know what trades you like to take. How often are you going to take them? Are you willing to take the trade? If you get XYZ, you hit, you go. That is your playbook. That's the number one step. If you don't have it, don't worry about structure. Don't worry about flow state. You'll never have it. Okay. Once you have this playbook, once you have a set of rules that go with this playbook and you know it works, that is where we can begin talking about structure. So as a human being, you already know your daily routine needs to be on point. If you wake up in the morning, you wash your face, you brush your teeth, you do that, cool. You're an adult. I hope you're an adult or a teenager becoming an adult. You understand that you need to be grown, be an adult, get off your ass, and start your day how you normally would. Brush your teeth, wash your face, make your food, go to the gym. All of these things are like, these are things that you need to have built into your daily life. And you need to be happy with them and you need to enjoy them. It needs to move you every single day, because something that you can enjoy is something that you can live forever, something that you can be consistent with forever, something that just brings you joy. So have a playbook that works, have a set of rules that go with it, and have a daily routine that you are happy with and you are grateful with every single day of your life. If there's something in your life that you're not proud of, change it, rearrange it. It may be difficult, but you're going to see the benefits. Now, for me personally, when I got fired from my old overnight job, I didn't see it as a blessing at first. I thought I was going to fail it all, I'm losing it all, everything's crashing it all. But I have God at the forefront, and I had him rearrange things for me because he knew I couldn't do it myself. So that's another thing. Make sure you have some type of higher power correlated in your life that makes sense with reality and that you can pull from. All right. That's another part of structure, because this is what keeps you consistent. And this is when emotions come into play, you won't lose structure. All right. You won't lose this flow state of mind because something is holding you to a higher standard and you're executing that standard perfectly. All right. So that is really all you need for structure. The second part of it is staying within structure, maintaining it. So, like I said, if you believe in God, you believe in a higher power, okay, making sure that this plan that you created has some type of fulfillment to you. Make sure that you get something done. This is why in my other video I talked about enjoying the life that you're living, enjoying the process. Be happy with every step that you take on this journey. Every single day you wake up, be happy with every step that you take. Be happy with everything. Be filled with joy. Allow your heart and your spirit to be full of life, and you spread that around and you protect yourself from all negativity, because this is how you maintain structure. If you don't maintain it, you will lose that structure. So if y'all are following along, I hope you're taking notes, because it's really this simple, and trading becomes very complicated because of just not planning things out and not following them. Once you make a plan, that's step one. Step two is following it. If you don't follow it, then you just have to deal with the consequences. And that's more so what I'm finna just talk about now. You have a plan. You have structure. You're following it. And you have joy. Okay? Now, what happens when you lose that joy? What happens when something changes for you internally? I'm going to give you guys an example. Okay, February, I followed my plan to the T. I followed every trading risk rule. I followed it diligently, maybe with a couple of mistakes, but I was grateful for everything that was happening to me. Every trade I took, I said, thank you, God. Win, loss, or draw. I ain't gonna say I did it with every loss. I ain't gonna lie on here now. I was a little like, just another day. But I'm grateful for the opportunity. Does that make sense? Okay. So I did that for a month straight, and I seen the fruits of my labor. I ended the month with 4 funded accounts, y'all. But this is what happened. I got out of structure. Why? I got on a funded account and I wanted to switch things up. I knew, for one, I wanted to lower my risk. That is all that I needed to do. But could I accept it? Was I happy with it? Was I grateful to be able to only make $500 a day per 4 accounts? When I went to work, after I passed my 4 funded accounts, and I said, oh, I'm so tired of being here. I can't wait until I'm done with this. Okay. How did we just go from being grateful for my job weeks ago to the day I passed my funded accounts? I'm no longer grateful. Now there's a lot of internal mental shift happening. So when you guys start to see progress on your journey and you start seeing the structure work out for you, do not get comfortable. And I also made a video about that. It is so funny because I make videos about everything that I struggle with. So this is why I do what I do. It helps me and it can help you. And I have to just keep regurgitating these ideas so they help me. And like I say, you have to be grateful for everything, because when you don't have this grateful spirit, you become greedy. You become this person that you believe you're above others, and you're not. You still have to go clock in and work your shifts. Even if you don't work a job, if you trade, right, you're still not above anybody else, because God created us all in his image. We are equal in the sense. Just because somebody has more money than you does not mean they're a better person than you. Doesn't mean they'll get to heaven before you. They might not even get to heaven, right? So it's just things like that. I incorporate God into my life because this is how I stay on track. And whenever I step off track, I am there to be, disciplined, in the sense of what happens when you are not grateful and you don't stay structured, you don't stay level headed. You now run the risk of being inconsistent. And that's what pretty much happens. You get off structure, expect every part of your plan to start just crashing down. Just think about a business that has a working engine. If you take the spark plugs out of that thing, it's not going to spark. And if you crank the engine and things just start moving around, something's going to get loose, and then that bolt's going to get on loose. That looses something else in the engine, and then we have a blow up. Do you understand what I'm saying? I probably shouldn't use spark plugs. Spark plugs, the car ain't going to start it off. But if we take the fan off of the car and it gets hot, take the radiator out of the car and you crank the engine and just cool it starts spilling everywhere. What do you think is going to happen to the engine? It's going to get too hot. What happens when it just understand that with structure means you need to be on point with every part of your plan. You got the playbook, you have your emotions, this is why I say what I said. Okay? Gotta be structured and have to be grateful for it at every step of the way. You cannot get cocky, you cannot get too ahead of yourself, you cannot be greedy and want more and more and more and more and more. You have to stay in the flow, stay in the rhythm, because you lose that, you're gonna lose everything that you've worked for. And you always have to remember, in the trading game, just as fast as you can make it, it's just as fast as you can lose it, if not even faster. And not giving yourself the ability to self-sabotage is also a very key factor in staying structured and staying in the game. The structure keeps you in the game. The self-sabotage is what takes you out of the game. And if you are consistent and you're structured, and then you believe that you are doing something that's going to affect your mentality, you need to address it promptly and have things in place to tell yourself. When I wanted to lower risk on my funded accounts, I shouldn't be worried about me not being able to get a payout for 2 months. I should have worried about, no, there's no worrying, There's nothing to worry about, right? But what I wanted to say was, instead of being worried that I'm not going to get a payout in 2 months, I should have been embracing the fact that I can keep my account 2 times longer than I did with an eval. And I understood that this strategy, this structure worked for my $500 risk for the eval. So if I use the exact same structure, the exact same mindset, but we cut the risk in half, that is a elevation. But I was so focused on how long it was going to take to make a payout that I didn't embrace the fact that I get to stay in the game even longer, and put more positive emphasis on staying in the game longer and being able to accept that this isn't going to come as soon as I wanted to. Okay? And trust me, y'all, I thought about this last week when I was dealing with that, and I just gave in. I gave in when I lost the first trade, and then I made the 400 back, and I just seen like I'm only up like $200, and I wasn't grateful. So what happened instead? I take the loss. I look at that as a mistake, and then I'm like, oh, I sabotaged myself. Now I'm beating myself up. And I come back the next day. I'm telling you, everything for a reason, because it matters. That misstep, that mishap, it matters because you thought something that allowed you to stay in. There is a piece of you that wanted more and caused you to lose. So once you identify these things that take you off your square, I need you guys to think. I need you guys to be critical thinkers, and I need you guys to be accountable for yourself, because the more that you're honest, the faster that you're honest with yourself, the faster you can get back on track, the faster you can fix yourself. The more that you try to bend and wave these rules and these non-negotiables and these structures, you're just going to find yourself back at square one. Okay, I hope I did you something for this video. I don't want to drag it on too far. I just wanted to show you guys and tell you guys how to get structure, how to maintain structure, and what will happen if you do not keep it together. All right, put God first in everything you do. I promise it will make sense when you just start reading the word and really start applying it to your life and embracing it. I'm not telling you to get it all in one day, because I don't even got it all down, and I've been reading every single day, or as much as I possibly can, and it just helps me. So now I'm able to go in my brain, and anything that I deal with, I can pull something from what I read, and it fulfills me and it keeps me moving forward. And I just got to keep living with a smile on my face. As y'all know from last video, I was down 1,300 on the account. I'm recording it the same day, so it's fine. I'll give you guys an update though on where those accounts are at the end of the week, or next week. You guys will hear about it, I promise. But yes, I experienced structure. I did it for a month straight. I got off of structure because of the emotions came in with the funded and everything I want to change in my life. I have the opportunity, but more did I try to feed that idea that I need the money now, the more did I feed that unprofitable version of myself. So keep that in mind. Keep it in mind, y'all. When you're unprofitable and you got that profitable version of yourself that starts creeping in, understand there's going to be a clash between the two when it really matters. All right? Stay strong. You got this. I got this. We are going to prevail. We're going to do great things. Just keep believing in yourself. Put God first. Keep grinding and growing. My brothers and sisters, I will catch you guys in the next video. Peace.